Okay. Okay, what's up, everybody? Good morning. Welcome to a Thursday edition of Morning Scone presented by Brock, the Batters Orthopedic Clinic, Hudco Roofing, HudcoRoofing.com, Restored Motions, RestoredMotions.com, and ProChargeEV, ProChargeEV.com. I hope your week's going great. Hope your Thursday's off to a great start. Wonderful celebration for the LSU women's national champions yesterday, which was so cool to see all the people that were out there. I did not get to attend yesterday. I was there Monday, but did not get to attend yesterday. I was at left AFR, went straight to Scone and Tea over at Oliver Twist. We had a great day there, but great to see the big crowd for the women's team and the celebration that continues. LSU baseball, South Carolina game 1 is tonight, so 6 o'clock Central. So as soon as I get off AFR, it's first pitch. I'll probably miss the beginning of the game as I drive home. But great opportunity for LSU this weekend, and maybe to humble South Carolina a little bit. So Carolina's 8-1 in the league. They opened up conference play with series against Georgia, Missouri, and Mississippi State. 3 of the, let's say, the lesser teams in the conference. And I understand Missouri swept Tennessee to open conference play, and then they promptly tied South Carolina. So, Paul Skeens tonight on the mound for LSU. It just always gives LSU an advantage. Let's just hope the Tigers can give him some run support. Last 2 outings, he's given you 7 innings of 2-hit, 1-run baseball, and has gotten a no decision in both games. So let's give that guy some run support tonight, go get a win, and get this series off to a good start. We'll talk about the thank you. For South Carolina, here we go. So the pitching matchups for the for this weekend, Skeens will be going up against Will Sanders, who's a junior righty. They're going to throw Jack Mahoney, who's another junior righty, in game 2, and then South Carolina even game 3 TBA, where LSU has announced Christian Little as the game 3 starter. So I thought that LSU might get through the first 2 games and leave game 3 TBA, but made the decision to go with Little there in game 3. Now the question is, are you even going to get to game 3? There is bad weather in South Carolina both Friday and Saturday, like 100% chance of rain. So can they dodge raindrops and find windows to get this series in? Remember, you have 3 days to play 3. That is the rule. So you can't bleed it into Sunday just because it's a Thursday to Saturday series. That is the league, rules, that you have three days to play 3. So they got Thursday, Friday, Saturday. So I don't know if there's any talk about maybe trying to play 2 today, but we shall see. Okay, let's say some good mornings. Oh, also Jordan Wright from Vanderbilt committed to LSU. That was a couple days ago. So and I'll give you one more. That I think the Tigers are going to get more good news tomorrow. So no AFR, none of our local shows are on tomorrow except Jimmy. Jimmy's going to do his show from Rufino's on Good Friday, but but I would expect some more good news for LSU basketball tomorrow as well. Okay, let's say some good mornings here. Trey Fisher, good morning. What's up, Fish? Brian Arsenault, good morning. It's a game day, therefore the song of the day will be Sweet Caroline. Okay. Craig Schraub, Pels in the play-in tournament for now. Hopefully we get some help from other teams. win the last two, might sneak into 6th place. So if you missed the game last night for the Pelicans, pretty incredible. The Pels were down double digits when I left Oliver Twist. Got home, called Mama Scone to wish her happy birthday, and my dad says, "Man, how about the Pelicans? They got the lead." I was like, "What?" Turned it on, they were up 6. Incredible. I guess Herb Jones and Trey Murphy got super hot and scorching. Then the Pels are up 6 with 11 seconds left in the game. Pels were up 6 with 11 seconds left. And somehow the game went to overtime. Now the Pels ended up winning by 7 in overtime, so they did cover the 6. But they gave up a 3 and fouled the shooter, turned the ball over, did not allow Memphis. No, they got missed a free throw, so they're up 3. Memphis, they did not allow Memphis to get the 3-point shot off. They fouled, Pels fouled. Memphis intentionally misses the free throw. They get the rebound with 0.4 seconds. Pels foul, makes both free throws go to overtime. One of the most incredible sequences I've ever seen. To be up 6 with 11 seconds left and to lose the game, or to go to overtime, to lose the lead to go to overtime was stunning. But good on them, good on the Pelicans for not letting it bother them and to come out in overtime and take care of business. But man, that was wild. So 2 more games for the Pels. Day off today. They'll play the Knicks at home tomorrow, and then they travel to Minnesota for the regular season finale on Sunday. David Tolson, awesome weekend ahead. The Masters started today, UFC 287 in Miami. Jason Austin, hey Dad, good morning. Paul Losi, good morning. YouTube, do me a favor, smash that like button if you haven't done so yet. Dalton Barnett, what's going on? Wendell Norman, Barry Jocelyn, Tim Gotro, Weston Weaver, Irfan Sayad, good morning, good morning, good morning. Jason H, good morning, Matt. Bad News Birds came back from 19 down to win. Stunning. I mean, I'm telling y'all, it was stunning. It was a stunning result yesterday. And sometimes over the course of a season, those go your way and sometimes they go the other way. For example, when you were up double digits in the 4th quarter at Houston a couple of weeks back, and I believe it was Jabari Smith who hit the 3-pointer from the top of the key to win it for Houston. That's a terrible loss. Well, yesterday was an improbable win. So sometimes those things cancel themselves out over the course of 82 games. Larry Garner, morning, Matt. Need to hear the jingle, man. Okay. You know what? We have not done. We haven't done the jingle in a minute. So ask and you shall receive.
When you need a roof, call someone you know. Scone and Terrio.
All you need is HUD.
Call HUD Roofing.
364.
1007.
HUDCO Roofing, HUDCORoofing.com. Do business with someone you know. HUDCO Roofing, HUDCORoofing.com. Oh, the pinned in the chat is the ProCharge link. I'll remind you again for those who haven't heard it yet. ProCharge is giving away not 1, not 2, 3 free EV chargers installed. They're to take care of the charger and the installation at the end of this month. Any business or commercial building is welcome to apply. Totally free to apply. Not really a long process. You just fill out the form. Form is pinned in the chat, both Facebook and YouTube. So if you own a business or if you have a commercial building or know someone who does, please click that link, fill it out, or send it to them, tag them in the post, all that sort of stuff. Dalton Barnett has a date for LSU spring game and schedule. Yes. LSU, it's at the end of this month, 27th maybe? April 22nd. Spring game, April 22nd. Now, Barry Jocelyn. I search morning scones so much, my shorts feed is full of hot tips for making scones. Hot tip for fluffy scones: keep the dough cold prior to baking. Ah, good to know. Good to know, Barry. You might be a morning scone fan if. Damon Gilmore, good morning. Had me crack it up the other day with the Aretha Franklin thing. That was an OG Hester thing when he was doing Hanging with Hester from 6 to 8 p.m. He used to come in on the final segment of AFR where Jimmy does now, and we did Handoff Hester, getting a little football pun there. And so we would, the audience would ask Hester questions. Well, he came in on the day that Aretha Franklin died, and I guess it was the same day that Elvis died, maybe, I want to say. And Hester, of course, is a August 16th. So he died August 16th. I think, let's see. Aretha died August 16th. So Aretha and Elvis died on the same day, August 16th. And so Hester came in. I was like, "You bummed Aretha Franklin died today?" And he's like, "No, I think that's awesome." Well, the preamble to it was talking about how Elvis now shares his death day with Aretha Franklin, and did it take away from that, blah, whatever. And he's like, "No, it's so." But in a without context, if you just heard, "Hey, are you bummed Aretha died today?" He said, "I don't think that's awesome." It's pretty good. How they clipped it, and it was funny. Samuel Smith. I know people are impressed with Skene's strikeout number, rightfully so, but his low amount of walks while throwing 100 is so impressive. Yes, absolutely. I mean, the command is also why he has the strikeout numbers, because when you can command your pitches, you're going to throw strikes and you're going to also miss. If you were wild, then hitters could just take, right, and eventually you would throw yourself out of the game. But so yes, his command is impressive, but those two go hand in hand. You know what I mean? Like one begets the other, if that makes sense. Brett DeGrow, good morning, Matt. Any chance we play 2 today? Rain in the forecast Friday and Saturday. So talked about that here in the open. I don't know. Yesterday evening we had David Cloninger on the show. David does a really good job. He's covered South Carolina forever. And I asked him that, and he said as of yesterday, and he was on AFR yesterday at 5 Central, right? And he said as of that point, he had not heard any of those conversations. So, but generally, if you're going to do that, you're going to get a doubleheader, and that decision's made a lot of times the day before. Remember when LSU decided to play the doubleheader against Arkansas, they made that decision on Friday to play the doubleheader Saturday. So if they were going to play a doubleheader today, my assumption is that decision would have been made yesterday. But given that it hasn't been made, I'm going to assume that they're not going to make that decision. Because, I mean, it's 8:50, so it's almost 9 a.m. in Columbia, right? If you were going to play a doubleheader, you'd probably play in the first game at noon, and then the second game at, 30 minutes to follow or whatever. So, or I guess you play like 3 and then at 7 or whatever. But anyway. Reed Rule, good morning. Awesome about Jordan Wright. What can you compare his game to? Jordan Wright's a big guard. I'm really not good, y'all, at the comp. Who does he remind you of? But he's a 6'6" guard. So as far as body frame, think Garrett Temple. I know whenever we think of Garrett Temple, we just think of a long defender who wasn't really a scorer in college. Jordan Wright has been that. He averaged 10 a game this past season, was their third leading scorer. It's interesting because he was, it goes to tell you, interestingly, so Jordan Wright was Jerry Stackhouse's first commitment. Like, he was literally the first player to commit to Jerry Stackhouse back in 2018. And Vandy had a surprisingly good season this year, and obviously made their run to the NIT, and yet 6 Vandy players have jumped in the portal, including Jordan Wright, who's been there for 4 years and all this sort of stuff. Like, that's a little bit of a condemnation on Jerry Stackhouse. You hear things ear to ground around the league that he's not maybe the best coach or the best guy to play for. And I'm not saying that any of the players have said that, but sometimes when you hear that and then you see this sort of circumstantial evidence, you go, maybe he's not a great guy. Brad David, is Kevin Mawai still coaching? Yes, Kevin Mawai took a head coaching job at the high school level, I believe, in Nashville. Samuel Smith Cruz goes through the gauntlet, gets hitting streak ended by Nichols. That's baseball. Well, it was a 7-inning game, and he walked twice, right? So he was 0 for 2, but he walked twice, and had he had another plate appearance, maybe he gets it. But yeah. Guy Brooks, good morning. Barry Jocelyn there in Southwest Florida, thank you so much. Carter DeLon, Zion update today. Would be nice to see him out there Friday. Yeah, if it's not, Carter, I'm going to stand by this, man. If it's not Friday, I think he plays Sunday against Minnesota. I think Zion is going to play in one of these last two games or both. Andrew Lopez said the other day that they'll give the update today. They play Friday. They would like to have him go through a full practice, and they are planning to practice on Saturday before they play Sunday against Minnesota. So theoretically, Zion could go through practice on Saturday, and if he feels good, play on Sunday. Pile it away, man. I think we're going to see him. Samuel Smith, that was one of the wildest covers I've ever seen about the Pels. Shout out Pels, yeah. Jesse Brown, what's going on? High of 48, heavy rain Saturday. Yeah, that's no fun. Jeremy Nuslock, good morning. Brian Tanya, good morning. From Joplin, Missouri, okay. Brandon Tilley, good morning. Hope the Tigers can beat South Carolina on the road tonight. Hard to win on the road in this league. It is hard to win on the road. It's easier to win on the road, however, when you have Paul Skeens. I think the Tigers will be fine tonight. Troy, good morning. Matt Thatcher, not starting this week, has a lot of people talking, on top of Shores being out. What do you mean about Thatcher not starting as people talking? We were talking about it earlier this week about what they would do with him, and my thought was that they would probably just leave Game 3 TBA. But they did announce Christian Little as the starter for Game 3. I don't know. So to the comment that someone just made about Paul Skeens, the low walk number being as impressive as the high strikeout number. Thatcher Hurd is kind of the antithesis of that right now. We know the stuff is good, but when you can't throw strikes, then you become decidedly more hittable because, hitters can lay off of hitters can be really selective, and generally what Hurd is doing is working himself into hitters' counts. He's pitching, and when he gets behind in counts, then hitters know, all right, well, he's got to come over the plate, and doesn't matter what you throw, how good your stuff is, if someone knows it's coming and it's over the plate, they can hit it, or it increases the likelihood of them hitting it. So, the problem for Hurd right now is in 24 innings pitched, he's got 19 walks. 19 walks in 24 innings pitched. He's got 33 strikeouts, so the strikeout number's good, but the walk number's too high. So, he's given up 27 hits in 24 innings pitched. He's given up more hits per innings pitched. So his whip is, let's see if they have his whip here. I don't know if they broke that down. And for those that don't know, whip is walks and hits per innings pitched. So basically, how many runners are you allowing to get on base in an inning? They don't show his whip here. But that's the problem, man. You're giving up more than a hit per inning, and you've walked 19 in 24 innings pitched. I mean, you're allowing too many men on base, and you're putting yourself in high leverage situations and stressful situations out of the stretch. And anyway, he's got those strikes, man. It's just until Thatcher Hurd proves he can consistently throw strikes, it's going to be hard to put him on the mound in a meaningful situation. All right, YouTube, please smash that like button. Facebook, please like the page, share the post. Like the page, share the post. Bubba Smith, Kerry Hughes, good morning. Craig Straub, Jacob Willis, Glenn Thomas. Good morning, Matt. LSU football looking like Sage Ryan, making an impression. Turning the corner, if you will. He is versatile. Yeah, playing him a little at safety right now, I know. Instead of nickel. So we'll see where he slots into. But they need him to take a big step up this year, especially with Jay Ward, Joe Fouché gone. But you've got Major Burns back, got Greg Brooks back. They like Javen Toviano a lot. Matthew Langlois back, although he's injured here in the spring. But you got some numbers back there. Got to shake it all out. Let's see, Jason Austin. Trying to meet you Monday at the PMAC. I was literally 6 feet away from you, but couldn't catch up with you at the end. You were out of there. Loved your shoes you had on. I had on. Those are my high top Air Force Ones. They're purple and black. Yeah. Dude, I'm sorry I missed you, man. That would have been really cool to meet you. Thanks for making the effort, though, dude. Charlie Cavell, what's up? Michael Thacker, what's going on? Yeah, appreciate the shout out last night. I saw it. So Michael Thacker posted on Twitter, and I hope I'm saying it right. I hope it's Michael Thacker, Mikel. He posted a picture of his baby in his little jammy onesie with little tigers on him, watching Scone and T, which is really cool. Cute kiddo. Appreciate you for watching. All right, I got a couple more minutes. It's 7:58. Let's see. Kelly Gross, good morning. Jeff McKithen, good morning. Earl, good morning. Any news on Shores from what I heard? Not that I've heard, but I don't mind asking. And I can do that when we hang up here. Let's see. Just admittedly, this week has been more about the basketball celebration and all that sort of stuff. It's been a little bit of I'm sure for a lot of people, but especially for us, it's been a little bit of an odd week. You're not usually here at the beginning of April locked into women's basketball the way that we have been this week. So, but it's a good thing, obviously. No, Jesse. USC has not made an announcement about game changes. Kevin Boudreaux, good morning. From North Carolina, one more. Samuel Smith. Rather Pels play the Nuggets in the playoffs. Seems like they have handled them better this year than a healthy Memphis. When the Pels were healthy early, they waxed Denver in one of those games. If the Pels aren't healthy and you have a healthy Jokic, that's decidedly more difficult than a best of seven. Memphis is always going to cause problems, but I mean, it's what and what. The team that I would love to play is Sacramento. I mean, if you, that's not going to happen, but that's the team I'd like to play at this point of the year. Anyway, okay, I got to go. 8 o'clock. Y'all have an awesome day. Thanks so much for watching. YouTube, please smash that like button if you haven't done so yet. Subscribe up to the channel. Facebook, please like the Matt Moscona page. Share the post. Reminder about Brock, the Baton Rouge Orthopedic Clinic. You need an orthopedist, go to Brock. Hudco Roofing, HudcoRoofing.com. And remember, pinned right there in the chat is the Pro Charge Charger giveaway link. If you have a business, any type of commercial building, Pro Charge is giving away 3 free EV chargers, installation included, at the end of this month. Costs nothing to enter. Just go fill out the form. Pass it along. Okay, y'all have an awesome day. Go Tigers. Peace.